Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do a book review of a book that I just finished reading yesterday as of filming, and oh my god, was it ever good. I'm gonna put it here, because I read a digital copy, so I'm just gonna put like the cover here. I read Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. This is my second Naomi Novik book that I've read. The first one I read was Uprooted, which I actually have on the shelf behind me there. I was not the biggest fan of Uprooted, but Spinning Silver just blew me away. And I think like if I went back to read Uprooted, I would really enjoy it more. I was just not in the right place at the right time for that book. Yes. So Spinning Silver is, everyone says like it's a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, but like that, it's so loose. Like it touches on Rumpelstiltskin. Like it's got the spinning silver into gold thing. Oh no, what did that one spin? I don't know. It's got the turning things into gold thing that Rumpelstiltskin had, but it's not like the main focus of the story. The main story is more or less about three women kind of like finding their way in the world. Each one of them kind of has a situation that they're born into that they're not in the best place, but they never let it stop them from getting what they want out of life, and they just keep pushing towards it. And it's basically the story of those three women just sort of like coming into their own. And also there's magic and demons and stuff in it, which is pretty damn cool. Our first main character, Miriam. She is delightful. She has the most points of view chapters, and I liked her the most because I felt like she was just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word that I'm looking for right now, but she is the most of it. Her stories just, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything. I went into it almost completely blind. No, I did go into it like blind. Like I knew it was sort of like Rumpelstiltskin-y, but that was about it. So I went into it blind, and I really enjoyed not knowing where this story was going to go. And I feel like the more you know about this story beforehand, the less exciting it'll be. It's relatively slow moving, but that doesn't make it boring. It's just, it's more about the characters than like the action that's happening. And the story is written in a very fairy tale sort of feeling way, where things aren't always fully explained, like characters aren't really given proper descriptions. In most chapters, you don't even find out their name. Like in their first introductory chapters, you don't find out their names until like halfway through the chapters, when someone like would organically call their name, which I really like, because it's strange in other books where someone's like, hey, my name is, Wicker Basket, and I do this, and I'm this tall, and I have this color hair, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, I don't want a descriptor. Like, I'm not here, it's not like a dating service. I don't need to have like a full list of what someone looks like. And I really liked the way the story is written, because a lot of it was left up to imagination. Like, you do get some descriptors of how these people look, but like a lot of it is just left up to your imagination, because it's in a fairy tale sort of way of being told. So you don't get a whole lot of exact details, and I really loved that. Everything just felt sort of like up in the air and whimsical, and just, it was beautiful. Like everything, the setting, you could really feel like the cold winter nights of I think this takes place in something along the lines of Our Real World Lithuania. I don't know exactly where the story takes place. I could be making that entirely up. I don't know. But it's in a very cold, very Russian-y feeling sort of country, and I loved the setting of the story. The whole book, you just like, you read it and you get shivers because you just feel so cold from how everything's described, and it's so good. I realized I was going to talk about the main characters, and then I just went on this whole big long tangent. But we have Miriam, who is the daughter of a moneylender, and her father kind of sucks at lending money. He's good at lending it out, but he's not good at getting the money back. And eventually she just gets sick of him just being like, not good at what he's doing, so she decides to pull on, her big girl pants, and she goes out and she starts collecting money, and she's really good at it. And because she's so good at it, she says, something that's a little bit too cocky, and these evil, or not evil, but these like folklore type spirits things, the Starik, they hear her saying how she can turn silver into gold, and they took it literally. So they give her challenges where she has to turn silver, like they give her silver coins and she's got to give them back the equal amount in gold kind of thing. Like that's where the Rumpelstiltskin part comes from. That whole story, like, and how that goes and what she does with the Stark, like that was real cool. I really liked that. The second point of view that's introduced is this, I was going to say servant girl, but that's not quite right. This girl, Wanda, she's in an abusive home. Her dad is an absolute bastard. I hated him so much. Miriam goes to collect debts from her dad, and her dad can't pay, so instead Miriam takes Wanda as, like, a servant. Like, Wanda's gonna work for Miriam's family to pay off her dad's debt, kind of thing. But then it turns out that Wanda's really good at what she does, and she really likes Miriam's family, so they start paying her monies, and so she can, like, save up, and, like, her plan is to get away from her dad and take her brothers with her, and it's really precious. Wanda is such an innocent person. I loved her so much. She's so cute. Yeah, so her story is all about, you know, what family is and what family is for, and like the bonds of siblings and all this other stuff, and it was really great. The third main point of view is the third woman, who is Irina. She is I don't want to say unloved, but she's the kind of the shamed. No, not shamed either. Her dad basically just doesn't think that she's going to amount to much in life, so he kind of just, like, shoves her up in a tower in his, like, mansion sort of thing. But essentially she ends up getting enchanted accessories, which make her just completely irresistible to, well, men and women. It's not quite romantic or like sexual attraction. It's more just like a compulsion almost, where you just, like, you're so fascinated by someone that you just can't stop thinking about them. It's kind of like that. It's nothing like super romantic or sexual. It's just a compulsion, basically. And she gets those 3 magical items, and then she ends up marrying the Tsar, which is crazy, and you get to discover what's going on with the Tsar, because there's, like, a whole other section of magic that takes place on that side of the story, too. All 3 of these main characters kind of, like, interweave together, and they come together, and it's the way everything is written together. It feels like it doesn't feel forced together. It feels like everything was just, like, it was naturally supposed to come together by fate. Like, it's written so well. I can't say that enough. Like, it's written really well. God, I don't even know what else to say about it. The characters were amazing. The story was great. The way it was written was just beautiful. Like, I can't get over it. I have to reread Uprooted, because I think I was just not ready for that kind of a story. And now that I've read Spinning Silver, I'm ready to go back to Uprooted and be, like, blown away by how magical that one is. What else should I say about this? I don't know. Like, I was gonna script this out and, you know, follow a script and say it, and then I was just like, no, that's going to feel so weird and inorganic for me. I'm just going to, like, shout at a camera and hope enough words stick that you want to read this book, because you should really read this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, because, like, honestly, there was nothing about it that I didn't like. There was... No, I can't think of anything. There's more points of view than just, like, the 3 main women. Like, I think Wanda's youngest brother, Stepan, he gets a point of view, and there's a couple chapters that are told from the point of view of the Tsar. I would have really liked a point of view from, like, the Stark King, but, like, I understand why they didn't give him a point of view, because, like, it eliminates some of the mystery of what the Starks do and what they're all about if you got a point of view chapter from them. So, like, I really would have liked to have gotten inside his head a little bit more, but I also am glad that I didn't. It is a cyclical argument, but whatever. I'll take it. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this book, other than you should really read it, because it's amazing, and it's just amazing. Please read it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of it. Oh, leave me a comment down below if you've read it or you're thinking of reading it, or if this video like made you want to read it. Because like I just want to talk about this book with someone who's read it, and I don't know anyone who's read it yet. I have to go find people who have read it so I can talk about it and gush with spoilers. Because I just want to talk about it. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna do other stuff now. Okay, I'm gonna edit this video is what I'm gonna do. Bye.